this is my review of My Hero Academia. Okay, so this episode kind of sets up that Yaoyorozu, he's kind of been having some confidence issues since the tournament arc. So this comes to play in this episode. So during her final exam, which takes place as the third fight in the episode, during her final exam with Todoroki, she's starting to have confidence issues and just lets Todoroki plan the whole thing. And Todoroki's plan involves waiting until Aizawa is close, until they realize that his quirk is active, and then Todoroki distracts him while she runs away. And the plan goes about as well as you would expect. Todoroki gets captured almost immediately, and then Aizawa goes immediately after Yaoyorozu. But Yaoyorozu, during her quick little bout with Aizawa, realizes her quirk isn't erased, and then creates a giant armband to basically escape and goes back to rescue Todoroki. And Todoroki, who remembers something Aizawa said to him while he was being captured, realizes that he didn't really give Yaoyorozu a plan to think and have her own plan, and she kind of just let him plan everything. So when she eventually comes back to rescue him, he asks her if she has a plan, but because of her confidence issues, she's having trouble relaying her plan vocally to him. But then she is reminded by him that he actually voted for her to be class rep because he thought she would be a good leader for their class, which enables her to have her confidence back, and she does formulate a plan. She realizes that because Aizawa no longer is having trouble with his quirk due to the fact that he was injured, he's having trouble erasing their quirk and can't use his quirk as long, which is making his quirk unstable, as she puts it. So her plan is to cut off his line of sight in the one instant where he blinks, so that by using Todoroki's ice, so that he can't actually see them. And this does work, which enables her to put up the rest of their plan, which is that she builds a catapult and a special alloy to restrain Aizawa, which she then is able to launch at Aizawa and restrain him using Todoroki's fire. And she also creates disguises and little puppets to make it seem like they're standing up straight and hiding, which does have its advantages because Aizawa's quirk works because he has to visibly make eye contact with them so that he can erase their quirks, and because he can't see them, he can't erase their quirks and use his own quirk in turn. And then Yaoyorozu does slip up launching the catapult when the moment finally comes, but it's later revealed that Aizawa backs off because Todoroki still has his tarp over his head, which prevents him from really seeing what's going on with him, and knows he can't erase his quirk and thought he was going to get frozen, and backs off, which enables Yaoyorozu to put her finishing touches on her plan, and they win the match against Aizawa. And that's, for the most part, this just enables Yaoyorozu to finally gain her confidence back and finally learn what it means to be a hero, and finally put her all into being a hero again. So now she is finally able to get her confidence back and is finally able to be on the path to become a stronger hero again. And that would be where the episode ends, but then it reveals one little tidbit. So at the final match of the episode, which isn't really a match, it's only like a little sneak peek of what's going on next. Oyama and Uraraka now have to face off against 13, which goes about as well as you expect because of his black hole quirk. And the two are trying to think of a plan, and Uraraka is trying to think of a plan, trying to think what would Deku do in this moment, and then Oyama lays a bit of a knowledge bomb on her, which is that which is that he suspects that she has a crush on him and doesn't realize it. And I suspected that up to this point. I honestly did. So I think now Uraraka's realized that she has a crush on Deku and is now realizing it because Aoyama said that. And I have a feeling that's going to come into play a lot later in the series when she finally is it. I think she's finally going to be able to open up to Deku and tell him how she feels about him. And I can only assume it's going to be reciprocated because we've seen evidence to the fact that he does indeed have a crush on her, and it's going to, and I have a feeling that's going to play a small part in a later episode, and they're eventually going to become boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's been established in the manga yet that they do eventually start dating, although I would assume that would be a plot line at some point, but who knows? But yeah, for the most part, this episode was just to showcase our old pal, Yaoyorozu finally gaining her confidence back, and also some interesting fights between some of the other UA students and their respective teachers. For example, Sue and Tokiyami kind of work together on theirs against Ectoplasm, and Ectoplasm is kind of a hard target for Tokiyami because of how his quirk works. He has a lot of long range, but his short range game is kind of weak, which is where Sue comes in. She's able to help him out through moral support and all that. And also, Ida is able to use Tail Kid, I don't remember his name, but he's able to use his quirk to launch him through the opening gate and win the match. So far we've only had one failure on their part, so who knows how it's going to play out for the rest of them. But only 2 students are going to be making it to the final exam, so who knows how it's going to work. But I do like this episode because it does kind of establish that yes, Uraraka does have a crush on Deku, and Momo is able to get her confidence back. So that's mainly the point. That was mainly what the episode was, and I did enjoy it, and it was interesting. But so if you guys did enjoy this episode of My Hero Academia, what did you guys think? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below, or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And also, check out my Patreon description below as well if you want to help support the channel. It's only a couple bucks a month, and it really helps me out, so I would definitely appreciate it if you did that. Again, link in the description. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace! What it's doing there. So yeah, Dio is apparently sending Stan users after the Joestar family now. So, and he also apparently has developed his own stand somehow because of his connection to Jonathan.